For the longest time, backup power meant one thing, right? A loud, heavy, gas-guzzling generator. But what does that look like today? Well, we're going to deconstruct the tech behind a whole new generation of power solutions, and we're going to use the Jackery Explorer 20,000 V2 as our guide to figure it all out. Really, it all comes down to this feeling, doesn't it? That peace of mind. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with a storm or you're just out at a remote campsite. The goal is super simple, just knowing you won't be left in the dark or totally disconnected. And yeah, for a really long time, the only answer was that noisy, clunky gas generator. But, technology has definitely moved on. So that begs the question, what's the smarter, cleaner, and, let's be honest, quieter alternative out there now? Well, the answer is what we call a solar generator. And today we're looking at the Jackery Explorer 2000 V2. But think of it less as just one product and more as a perfect example of this huge shift in the whole category. It's a completely different way of thinking about getting power whenever and wherever you need it. And here's the real magic, the core appeal. Instant power, no installation. I mean, unlike those really complex home battery systems that need a professional to come out and set everything up, this thing is designed for you to use it right away. You literally take it out of the box, you charge it, and boom, you've got power. It's really that simple. Okay, so what can a box like this actually run? That's the big question, right? To figure that out, we need to break down the two most important numbers you'll see on any power station. Seriously, once you get these two numbers, you'll understand everything about how these things work. All right, first up is this number, 2042 watt-hours. This is all about capacity. The easiest way to think about it is like the size of the battery's fuel tank. It just tells you how much total energy it can store. So the bigger the number, the longer it's going to run your stuff. Simple as that. And the second key number is this one, 2200 watts. This is the output. If capacity is the fuel tank, think of this as the engine's horsepower. It's all about how much power the station can deliver at any single moment. This is what determines what you can run. Everything from a little phone charger all the way up to a power-hungry microwave. Okay, so let's put those two numbers together and see what they mean in the real world. Because we're not just talking about abstract specs here, we're talking about being able to run your fridge for over 3 hours during an outage, or charging your laptop 24 times, enough for days of work. You can even run a microwave for an hour and a half. That's some serious power. And it's not just about having the raw power. It's about how easy it is to use. It's got multiple standard AC outlets, just like the ones in your wall, plus a super fast 100-watt USB-C port. So you can plug in pretty much anything, from power tools to your smartphone, without having to dig around for a bunch of different adapters. Super convenient. But wait a second. With all that power, you start to wonder, how is this thing still portable? I mean, it seems like a bit of a paradox, right? Well, the answer is a really clever innovation that's actually borrowed from the world of electric vehicles, and it completely changes the game. It's a technology called cell-to-body, or CTB for short. Now, normally you'd have the batteries, and then you'd have a separate internal case to hold them. What CTB does is brilliant. The battery cells themselves become part of the device's structure. By getting rid of that extra internal casing, you save a massive amount of space and weight. And the result of using this tech? It's honestly pretty staggering. Just that one change makes this unit so much lighter and smaller than other power stations that have the exact same capacity. And it's that huge reduction in size and weight that makes it, actually portable. So let's put a number on it. It's under 40 pounds. Now that is light enough for one person to just grab it and go. You can carry it from the house to the car, move it around your campsite, or take it to a work site, no problem. This is what transforms the idea of backup power into truly portable power. Okay, so we've talked a lot about what this thing can power, but how do you power it up? How do you charge it? Well, the whole charging experience is built around flexibility. It's about giving you total control over how you get it juiced up. So you basically get 3 different ways to do it. Are you in a hurry and need power fast? Just plug it into a wall outlet. You'll get to 80% charge in just over an hour. Amazing! Are you completely off the grid? Hook it up to some solar panels, and you'll get a full charge in about 6 hours. But there's a third option, and this one might be the most interesting for just day-to-day life. And that third way is called silent charging. It operates at a noise level under 30 decibels. Now, to give you some context for that, that is literally quieter than a whisper, quieter than a quiet library. It's basically silent. And the whole point is right there in the name. It just will not disturb. What does that mean for you? It means you can charge it overnight in your bedroom while you're sleeping. You can have it running in your office while you're on a call. You don't get that annoying, distracting fan noise that you get with so many other powerful electronics. It sounds like a small detail, but it makes a huge difference in how you actually use it. So when you step back and you put all these pieces together, you've got the huge capacity, the smart design that makes it so portable, and that totally silent operation, you start to see a really clear picture of where things are headed. This isn't just a slightly better generator. It's a fundamental shift away from the old way of doing things. And this whole thing is built for the long haul. It uses something called a LiFePO4 battery. Now, all you need to know is that this type of battery is famous for its safety and its incredibly long life. We're talking a 10-year lifespan. It can also work as a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, which means if your power goes out, it kicks in automatically in milliseconds to keep your essential stuff running. And of course, it's totally safe to use inside, no fumes, and it's even certified for its reduced carbon impact. I mean, when you put them side by side, the contrast couldn't be more obvious. On one hand, you have the old gas generator. It's loud, it spits out harmful fumes, it needs constant refueling, and you can only use it outdoors. On the other hand, a solar generator like this is silent, it's emission-free, you can use it indoors or outdoors, and there's basically zero maintenance. So what does this all mean? Ultimately, this kind of technology really changes our entire relationship with energy. When you can have a powerful, silent, clean source of electricity that you can literally take with you anywhere, well, that changes how we think about staying connected and being prepared. So it really leaves us with one final thought. With power this accessible, what does that future of energy independence really look like for you?